Hello, welcome to Chapter 2, Letting Go, Affirmations to Enhance Your Mindset. Okay, so we started off with worthiness, now we're moving into affirmations to enhance your mindset. So talking about those narratives and those unhelpful beliefs that can get in your head about not being good enough, or, having these financial barriers or resource barriers. I don't have the space, I don't have the time. It's not important that I do it. These are all unhelpful beliefs. They get set in from external in the environment. It's messaged through to us through, different patriarchal, colonial, capitalist messaging that comes through. It's like a whole lot of noise out there, and that whole lot of noise gets into our heads. We're comparing ourselves to other people. There's this real there's competitiveness out there, and there can be healthy competition, yes, but we shouldn't be letting that overwhelm us. That's what I'm trying to say. And you can, in fact, reprogram your mind. Your mind is highly programmable. That's why we have advertisements. Companies, industry know that. That's why there's a news cycle the way that it is. That's, why branding has certain colors and certain ways that they repeat catchphrases and things. It's all programming the machine of your mind. Okay, so when we understand that, we can take responsibility for those narratives which get in there, which, and we can rewire them. So rewiring your mind, you're wanting to create a practice around this. Now, I had a great book that I read that I'll recommend, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. I would also recommend some of the Law of Attraction books, and Feel Free to Prosper was another one talking about positive language. Books on the amygdala and the actual physical structure of the brain are super helpful. I'm not going to go more into that now. This is really just talking about, that this is a focus point to go deeper into. Like, words are spells, okay? So words are magic. So what we say out of our mouth and how it's connected to what we're thinking in the brain, this is all vital to be aligned in terms of, what we want to focus on, and how we want to harness our energy and be in alignment and true to ourselves, authentic to ourselves. And those unhelpful narratives that tell us that we're not good enough, or we can't get it done, or this and that, or like my time is over, or it's just too competitive out there, the world doesn't need me. It's not about what the world needs, it's about what you need. And in fact, the world does need it, because the world needs people that prioritizes their creativity, because, as I said, it's an expression of the universe, it's expression of consciousness. So it's bigger than us, and we do impact all through the world. So without getting too tendrilled off, okay, you really want to be practicing good hygiene with what your mind is exposed to. So take a look at your social media, or if there's like news programs that you're watching, or things on YouTube, like, is it overly, violent might be one way to look at it, but is it helpful? Is it helping you to develop more self-worth, or to develop this kind of can-do, capable attitude of growth and, love and appreciation for self and other. So have good hygiene to what your mind is exposed to, and don't treat it like trash. So brain health is so important for our mental health. The physical brain is important to keep healthy. Things like, I saw a great YouTube video by, it was The Diary of a CEO is the channel, Stephen Bartlett interviewing, I do forget his name, but it's the ADHD doctor, and he was talking about how to rebuild your brain health. Racket sports is like a great way to build your brain health. So looking at things like, on that mind, body, soul way, there's that harmonic where we want to be healthy from all fronts. So creating those healthy narratives, those healthy, supportive, confident narratives. I had experience with this as well through therapy, and when I had such low self-belief. I really was, constantly comparing myself to everybody else, and really feeling like just all sorts of horrible, awful things. And I was given a practice, write out all the positive things you can think about yourself. And I was going to recite those positive lists every day as soon as I woke up, in those first few moments when you open your eyes. It's a very receptive time. So you're then reading that list to yourself, and you're just building that fortified belief in all of those positive traits. And I actually had such a hard time writing those traits. That's how low I felt at the time. It took me days. I just kept coming back to the list and writing a thing. And, my brain, I was telling myself, like, you can't write anything on this list if it's not true. You're just lying to yourself, saying that you have good qualities. But you know what? I kept coming back to that list, and it took me about 3-4 days till I finally went, yes, you can write this list. Yes, you can write these good things about yourself. And I recited that list every day. And then I remembered the list off the top of my head. And I could say, if I was having an unhelpful belief and I was just out, doing groceries, I could start reciting the list to myself. And it 100%, I'm telling you, like, it was such a pivotal tool, and I've given it 1,000 times. It's so simple, and it's just something in coordination with a lot of other things that you can do to rewire your brain and give yourself those strong and healthy beliefs that are going to help you to feel worthy and valuable, and that your creative flow practice is essential to yourself and to others and to Earth.